everyone, this is Intuitive Edge. Welcome once again to my channel. This is where we take an intuitive look at what's going on in our world. Today is April 1st and it's time to take a look at our month ahead. So I'm going to shuffle up the cards and I'll be right back and we'll get started. As some of you may remember from my year ahead video, I had talked about tough months for this year. A few of the tough months being February and March especially, and that April would seem to turn a corner. And I do think that is what's going to be taking place here. I laid out a few cards and I do sense that things are going to be shifting and changing. We have the Death card of major transformation, big changes coming up. Things are going to be shifting and changing, and it's like cleaning out the old, making room for the new. And what do we need to know is that new partnerships are going to be forming in the month of April. I do think that although we've been seeing a lot of conflict between Russia and Ukraine, I do think that there is the potential this month for some of that conflict to either resolve itself or that there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel that could indicate things are on their way to being resolved. So we do have strategic partnerships with this Lovers card coming in on what we need to know. So new partnerships, new strategic alliances are going to be seen this month. We do have the Devil card on hidden agendas, so be careful with that. Anything, as I kind of harp on this a lot with the news, but be careful what you hear on the news, and just know that there's agendas behind everything that we're told, and just use your discernment, because the devil's in the details and the trickster is behind the scenes manipulating with hidden agendas. So even if we see something playing out in the news, sometimes there's a hidden agenda behind it. So we just have to use discernment. Okay. But what gives me hope for this month and what makes me think that this is a turnaround pivotal month of April is that we have the Sun card coming out on the question of what is coming into view. The Sun is the most powerful card, most positive card, I should say, in the deck, the Sun card. And having that coming out on that question tells me that there are brighter days ahead, that this shift, this Death card that is representing pain or change or trauma, it's coming into a better place. Now, it might take some difficulty getting there, but that Sun card, even if your spread that you put out has very challenging cards, having the Sun is a nice little blessing. It indicates that there's positive changes taking place as well as perhaps difficult ones. We have the Nine of Swords coming out on what is leaving from view. So the Sun on what's coming into view, things are going to head in a more positive direction. And the Nine of Swords on what's leaving. You couldn't have a nicer combination than that. The Nine of Swords is grief, anxiety, problems, distress, guilt, anger, fear, all those negative emotions. That's leaving. So there's some positive shift coming, even in the midst of some trouble behind the scenes, some hidden agendas. We have that Sun coming out with the Nine of Swords telling us that the bad problems are being resolved. There will be some resolution this month to some ongoing, lingering problems that perhaps look like they were long-term. Some type of solution is coming in. Now, what is the lesson this month? And I've got the Seven of Cups. That's a card of confusion, a card of being overwhelmed. Sometimes the Seven of Cups can represent that there's just too much to handle, and things seem impossible. And that's the lesson in all of this, is how do you keep your head above water when things feel impossible? How do you stay positive in the midst of craziness and conflict? How do you keep your sanity when the world goes insane? Okay, those are some of the lessons coming up this month. But the nice thing also is the outcome card. And that is the Temperance card, the card of grace, the card of stability, bringing things back into balance. So, as you've known, the last month of March has been very chaotic. A lot of angry energy, a lot of conflict, fighting, dominance, vying for power, scarcity mindset, global issues, problems, and things coming back into balance is what's coming up. So this is good overall with that sun, the grief leaving, and the balance coming back. We're going to be going through a death phase, though, with that death card. Sometimes the death card, it's so transformative that things may not look anything like they look at the beginning of this month. By the end of April, things are going to be completely changed and going in new directions. So this is a huge month of transformation. And not to mention the fact that so many of the cards that came out, and I only laid out 7 cards, so many of them were major arcanas, telling me that this is indeed a pivotal month. It's going to be a powerful month, transformative change. Stay positive because things are looking up, even in the midst of all the craziness that's going on. There's some good stuff coming too. So that's what I have for this month. I'm going to keep it short this time. Our worldview and world outlook is going to be playing big this month. That can be globally and that can be personally too in your own life. Your vision for where you want to take your life, where you want to be a month from now or heading into the future. People are going to be looking to the future, how to plan, how to prepare, what to do next. What do I need to be focusing on for my future benefit? Those are all good things to focus on this month. Focus also on partnerships, how you can work with others to achieve your goals. Sometimes forming friendships and partnerships now can pay off big in the long run. So that's what I have for this month. I hope all of you are doing well. And we'll have to see how this all plays out. It's going to be a wild ride this month. All right, everybody. This has been Intuitive Edge. Take care, and we'll see you next time.